Sorry. I have my TV on, which is causing glare in my glasses. So let me turn that off. Much better. Sorry about that. Okay. So because I'm not feeling very well, I just thought let me go ahead and film an easy tag. I don't really have like a nice bookshelf set up or anything. I literally have like a shelf above like our little computer area where I put some books that I own there. So I went through the tag and pulled all the books that I could that would fit these questions. And so yeah, I'm just going to be pulling from right beside me. So question number 1 is, what book has been on your shelf the longest? That would be Hamlet from Shakespeare. This book is so old, like the pages and everything are just so like dingy. I don't usually buy soft cover, but with Hamlet, I mean, I had to. Question 2 is, what is your current read, what was your last read, and what is your next read? Oh! I dropped books! Oh no! So for my current read, I'm actually listening to The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutcherson? I think that's how you pronounce her name. Sorry. Well, it's one of my favorites because I'm a freak, and if you know the book at all, it's very sadistic, not for everyone, but it's one of my favorites. So I actually gave a copy of mine away, which is so sad because I thought I had a second copy, and when I moved to Arizona, I just found out that, you know, oh, I don't. So now I'm left without a copy. Tear. But if you guys are interested in listening to like a really messed up story, there's a free audiobook on YouTube. So my last read, You by Caroline Kepnes. I actually really want to record a book review for this one, but I absolutely loved it, so I don't really want to miss any detail in my book review. Like, I just filmed a book review on Bird Box by Josh Mallerman, which I didn't really enjoy that much, but I felt like my book review was missing a lot. I'm still going to upload it, but I definitely want to do a lot better with my book reviews going forward. So before I review You by Caroline Kepnes, I think I'm going to read it over again. For my next read, I'm going to be diving into Scythe by Neil Shusterman. So I've heard a lot of really good reviews. I've actually went ahead and read like the first 10 pages, and I'm already like really intrigued. So yeah. Number 3 is, what book did everyone like or love that you hated? This comes without question. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. So, pretty much like all my favorite booktubers really love this book, and it was when I was first getting into booktube and I was just looking to fill my shelves. But yeah, this was back when I used to force myself to read books that I did not like. It's more about a girl falling in love with a bad boy than anything paranormal or anything freaky. So yeah, I was super disappointed. I read through this one, I got halfway through the second one, and then I got in a reading slump for an entire year. I didn't read for an entire year because of this trilogy. Question 4 is, what book do you keep telling yourself you're gonna read, but you probably won't? This one was kind of a hit or miss across booktube, but Night Film. This one is a huge book. It has a lot of mixed media. Like, that looks awesome to me. I don't know, I love that. But the writing was too much. I don't know even how to explain it. I'm the kind of person that I want you to give it to me straight. I don't need all these descriptions and just all this stuff. That just doesn't appeal to me. I think if that appeals to you, that you probably would like this book. But I've tried reading it like 3 times and I can't get past the first, like, I don't know, 50 pages. I fall asleep. It's just not something that grabs my attention. Question number 5 is, what book are you saving for retirement? This question doesn't really apply to me. I think in retirement I will be rereading my favorite books and hopefully just trying to dive into some new ones that sound really interesting. Question number 6 is, last page, read it first or wait until the end? I find spoiling myself makes me really upset when I'm actually reading the book, so yeah, no. Question number 8 is, what character would you want to switch places with? Currently, none. I read a lot of like horror or thriller or fantasy. Like, the fantasy world is really fucked up fantasy. So no, I don't want to live in any of those worlds. I'm good right here. Question number 10, name a book that you acquired in a weird way. I don't really have a lot for this. I usually buy all of my own books. Besides all the books that I got from like Owl Crate and Fairy Loots, the only one that I could say interestingly would be Helium. One of my old friends when I used to be in high school actually sent it to me. Just kind of opened my mailbox and it was there, and I thought that was so sweet, and I honestly read it like that night. I pretty much finished it. If you don't know Rudy Francisco, I strongly suggest that you go find him on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook and follow him, because his poetry just speaks to my heart unlike any other poetry that I've read before, so highly recommend it. Have you ever given a book away to a special person or for a special reason? I just give books away. Like if someone asks me for a book, I just give it to them, which is a habit that I have finally stopped this year. Finally stopped giving my books away because then I miss them. I want to reread them, like Butterfly Garden and like a lot of them, and then don't have them, so I have to spend my money getting them again. Which book has been with you most places? That would be split between Divergent and The Butterfly Garden. Obviously, you guys know from earlier in this video that I've reread Butterfly Garden. I've also done that with Divergent. Divergent was on ebook, and Butterfly Garden is always on audiobook or in my hands because it is such a thin read. Question number 13 is any required reading in high school that you hated that you then loved 2 or 3 years later? No. Question number 15, have you ever read a Dan Brown book? No, I have not read Dan Brown because I really don't know who he is. Question number 16 is, have you ever seen a movie that you liked more than the book? Not a movie, but a TV show, The Vampire Diaries. Next. Question number 17, have you ever read a book, including cookbooks, that you read that made you hungry? Cookbooks do make me hungry, but not one in particular, just like all cookbooks. Question number 18. Who is the person that you always take book advice from? Besides my mom, I would have to say Chapter Stacks. Anytime I read a review on hers that she said was really good, I usually take it. There was only one book that I did not like that she had recommended, but all the other ones I absolutely loved. And the last question of this book tag, number 19. What is a book that was out of your comfort zone that you actually ended up loving when you read? So I'd never actually read a YA contemporary romance before, which sounds really crazy. I ended up picking up Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. It was sent to me through Owl Crate. I haven't read a lot of YA contemporary before, so I may have been blown away because I was expecting it to be super cheesy, but I actually really love this book. First, the cover I think is really pretty. 2, it didn't have your stereotypical tropes. Like, of course, the girl who is like nothing falls in love with like the popular guy, but he's so nice. Like, he is not your typical like douchebag that you see in a lot of like YA contemporaries from what I hear. And it had like a lesbian couple in it, which I'm really upset that the main character wasn't lesbian because I totally wanted her to be with her best friend, but it's fine. Anyways. But yeah, no, so, I highly recommend, but I kind of don't want you to hate me if you read it if you're like really big into contemporary and you don't like it. Like I said, it is my first read, but I just thought that the story was really sweet. I'm supposed to like tag people at the end of tags, but I don't really know anyone well enough that I feel comfortable doing that to. So if you watch this and you also are a booktuber or a book blogger, I dare you to do the I Dare You book tags. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching Lex and her books, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.